Kelly Ripa has spent decades in American living rooms, greeting viewers each morning with her trademark warmth, humor, and unfiltered honesty. Over the years, audiences have come to see her not just as a television host, but as a familiar presence, someone who celebrates joy openly and, when necessary, acknowledges difficult moments with grace. Recently, fans once again saw that authentic side of Kelly Ripa when she shared an emotional update that resonated deeply with viewers across the country. What followed was not shock or controversy, but something far more powerful, an outpouring of support, empathy, and encouragement from fans who felt genuinely connected to her words. Social media filled with messages of care, gratitude, and understanding, reminding everyone why Kelly Ripa remains one of the most beloved figures in daytime television. This was not a moment driven by headlines or drama. It was a quiet, honest reflection, one that showed vulnerability without exaggeration and strength without pretense. And in that authenticity, fans found something they could relate to. Kelly Ripa's long-running success did not happen by accident. From her early days on television to her current role as co-host of Live with Kelly and Mark, she has built a career rooted in relatability. Viewers tune in not only for celebrity interviews or entertainment news, but for the sense of familiarity she brings to every episode. Over the years, Kelly has shared stories about parenting, marriage, work-life balance, and personal growth. She has laughed at herself, admitted mistakes, and spoken openly about the pressures of maintaining energy and positivity in a demanding daily broadcast schedule. That openness has created a unique bond with her audience, one that goes beyond scripted television moments. So, when Kelly chose to share an emotional update recently, viewers listened closely. They recognized that this was not a performance, but a real human moment. During a recent broadcast, Kelly Ripa addressed viewers with a noticeably reflective tone. While maintaining professionalism, she allowed herself a brief pause, a moment that felt different from the usual fast-paced rhythm of morning television. Her words were measured, sincere, and deeply personal without oversharing. Rather than focusing on spectacle, Kelly spoke about navigating challenging emotions that many people experience but rarely discuss openly. She acknowledged that even those who appear confident and cheerful can have days filled with uncertainty, reflection, or emotional weight. It was a reminder that public figures, despite their visibility, still face the same internal moments as everyone else. That simple acknowledgement struck a chord. The reaction from fans was immediate and heartfelt. Across platforms, viewers expressed appreciation for Kelly's honesty. Many shared that her words mirrored their own experiences, moments when they felt the need to pause, reflect, or simply acknowledge that not every day feels easy. What made this moment especially meaningful was its tone. Kelly did not frame herself as a victim, nor did she dramatize her feelings. Instead, she spoke calmly, with emotional clarity and self-awareness. That balance allowed viewers to feel empathy without concern and support without alarm. Fans responded not because they were worried, but because they felt understood. Following the episode, social media quickly became a space of encouragement. Fans posted messages thanking Kelly for being real, for showing that vulnerability can exist alongside success, and for reminding viewers that it's okay to have reflective moments. Comments ranged from simple notes of appreciation to longer messages sharing personal stories inspired by Kelly's words. Some viewers noted that seeing a trusted television personality speak honestly helped them feel less alone in their own emotional journeys. Others praised Kelly's professionalism, highlighting how she managed to be open without oversharing, an approach that resonated strongly in an era where extremes often dominate online conversations. One of the reasons Kelly Ripa's update mattered so much is because honest conversations are still relatively rare in mainstream television. Morning shows are often designed to uplift, entertain, and distract, but they don't always leave room for quiet reflection. Kelly's moment reminded viewers that emotional honesty does not have to disrupt positivity. In fact, it can deepen it. By acknowledging complexity, she reinforced the idea that strength includes self-awareness and openness. This approach aligns with the tone Kelly has cultivated over the years, relatable, thoughtful, and grounded in real life rather than curated perfection.
Trust is not something a television host earns overnight. Kelly Ripa's credibility with viewers comes from consistency, showing up day after day, year after year, and remaining genuine even as circumstances change. Her ability to speak honestly without creating unnecessary concern is a skill developed through experience. She understands her audience and respects their intelligence, choosing words carefully and thoughtfully. That trust is why fans felt comfortable responding with support rather than speculation. They knew Kelly was sharing a moment, not signaling a crisis. In today's fast-moving media environment, emotional moments are often sensationalized or taken out of context. Kelly Ripa's update stood out precisely because it avoided those traps. Instead of triggering rumors or exaggerated interpretations, her words encouraged empathy. Fans listened, reflected, and responded with kindness, a reminder that media moments don't have to be divisive or alarming to be impactful. This response highlights a broader truth. Audiences are capable of nuance. When given honest, measured communication, they often reply with understanding rather than panic. One of the most impressive aspects of Kelly's update was how seamlessly it fit into the broadcast. She maintained the show's flow while still allowing space for sincerity. This balance is not easy, especially on live television. Kelly's approach demonstrated that acknowledging emotions does not require losing control or shifting focus away from the audience. Instead, it can enhance connection and reinforce authenticity. Her ability to do this reflects years of experience and a deep understanding of her role, not just as a host, but as a communicator. For many viewers, Kelly Ripa represents a familiar face navigating life alongside them. When she speaks openly about emotional experiences, fans don't see a distant celebrity, they see a person balancing responsibilities, expectations, and personal feelings. That relatability is powerful. It transforms a brief on-air moment into something lasting, something viewers carry with them beyond the episode. Fans expressed that Kelly's honesty gave them permission to acknowledge their own emotions without judgment, reinforcing the idea that reflection is a healthy and necessary part of life. In an age of filters, carefully curated images, and polished sound bites, authenticity stands out. Kelly Ripa's emotional update served as a reminder that real connection doesn't come from perfection, it comes from honesty. By choosing to speak openly, she reinforced her reputation as someone who values truth over performance. That choice strengthened her bond with viewers and reminded audiences why they continue to tune in. Authenticity, when handled with care, builds loyalty, and Kelly Ripa's fan response proves that point clearly. Beyond immediate reactions, moments like these can have lasting influence. Viewers often look to familiar media figures for cues on how to navigate emotions, conversations, and challenges. Kelly's calm, thoughtful approach modeled a healthy way to acknowledge feelings without being overwhelmed by them. That subtle example can resonate deeply, especially for viewers who may struggle to articulate their own experiences. In this way, her update extended beyond entertainment. It became a moment of shared understanding. Moving forward with strength and support. As the show continues, Kelly Ripa remains the same steady presence audiences have come to know. Her emotional update did not mark a turning point of concern, but rather a reaffirmation of her authenticity. Fans continue to support her not because she shared something difficult, but because she shared it honestly. That trust, once earned, only grows stronger with moments like these.
Kelly's ability to move forward with grace and clarity reflects her resilience and professionalism, qualities that have defined her career for decades.
Not every emotional moment on television becomes memorable for the right reasons. This one stands out because it was genuine, measured, and rooted in connection rather than spectacle. Fans rallied around Kelly Ripa because they recognized sincerity. They heard a voice that felt familiar, honest, and respectful, and they responded in kind. In a world full of noise, that quiet exchange of empathy mattered. Kelly Ripa's honest emotional update served as a reminder of the power of vulnerability when expressed with care. It showed that strength and sensitivity can coexist, and that audiences value truth over dramatization. The support from fans was not driven by fear or speculation, but by appreciation and understanding. It reflected a relationship built over years, one based on trust, respect, and shared humanity. As Kelly continues her journey on daytime television, moments like these reinforce why she remains so deeply admired, not just for her talent, but for her willingness to be real.
As the show moved forward, one thing became clear. This emotional moment was only part of a much bigger story. Kelly Ripa's honesty opened a door that many fans didn't expect, and what happened after the camera stopped rolling added even more meaning to her words. Behind the scenes, conversations continued, reactions grew stronger, and support came from places viewers haven't seen yet. In our next video, we'll take a closer look at how this moment changed the tone of the show, how Kelly and Mark addressed it privately, and why fans believe this could mark a new chapter in the way Kelly connects with her audience. We'll also explore the thoughtful responses that didn't make it on air, the messages, the quiet gestures, and the subtle details that reveal just how much this moment truly mattered. So don't miss what comes next. If this story touched you, the next update will give you a deeper look into what followed, and why fans are still talking about it.